Elendu Ukeje, member representing Bende Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm from Abia State. I rise to lend my voice to this bill. Mr. Speaker, there is no doubt that as we seek some kind of stimulus into our economy at this point in time, that one of the things that Nigeria is seeking to do is trim down the size of government. But another thing that Nigeria is also seeking to do is also to diversify our economy. Mr. Speaker, one of Nigeria's foreign policy objectives is the attraction of foreign direct investment. And this omnibus will, for there to be the injection of foreign direct investment into our economy, has led us to some imbalance in trade. Mr. Speaker, every clime that has at some point in time sought to trade with its neighbors or with other countries have always had a commission of this kind. Now, the basic reason for this commission, Mr. Speaker, sir, is to be an independent, bipartisan, quasi-judicial...
Honorable Al-Wudil, disband that caucus. Honorable Wudil, disband that caucus.
Quasi-judicial agency of government that tends to give information to both the executive, to the judicial, as well as to the legislative arms of government on Nigeria's trade policies. Mr. Speaker, what does this commission seek to do? Most of the time, Mr. Speaker, we have come before the floor of this House and we have spoken about Nigeria being a dumping ground. We're seeking, for instance, to diversify into steel production. The question becomes that as we seek to import steel, what does it do to the local industry in Nigeria? We have come to the point where we seek to open up the markets for agricultural produce. The question is that as we seek to ask people to come and invest in agricultural produce, what does it do at the end of the day to Nigeria's local produce? Mr. Speaker, this commission that he seeks to open is one that he seeks to come up with, is one that will give legal backing to what it is that we do. Protection of our country's intellectual property, a creation of a competitive price regime, a situation where as we trade as a country, we're not constantly shortchanged, and a situation where as a country, we're able to balance out our exports against the imports. It will also investigate the things that come into Nigeria, and it will give us the opportunity to benchmark the quality of the things that come into Nigeria. Mr. Speaker, sir, I know and I understand, and he made the point, that the size of government is indeed a problem. Some people have said that it should be a department in the Ministry of Trade or in the Ministry of Finance. That may be so. But, Mr. Speaker, sir, there is also the problem that when you make it small, that it loses its strength. It should be an area, it should be a matchmaking agency that seeks to matchmake our exports with our imports, that seeks to balance out Nigeria's trade so that as we import, we can also export in such a way and also give information to the people who would make the policies with regard to our trade. So I would lend my voice to support Honorable Ijeoma Bonta, and I hope that, as he said, that when it gets to the committee stage, that the experts will work on it in such a way that gives us the opportunity to diversify with a plan, not necessarily to pay lip service to diversification, but actually walk the walk that all other industrialized nations have walked as they seek to diversify and industrialize. Thank you.
Any more contributors?